got fired from my last job, Hustler Casino in
Whoa.
LA. I got fired at Hustler Casino, specifically Hustler Casino Live.
A man named Alan Keating.
He's down 2.47 million.
You know about Alan Keating?
Yeah, I've met
Tell
Alan
me.
Keating.
Oh.
Did you guys hear about Adam 22 and his wife getting banged out?
I'm glad
by
we're bringing that
BBC?
up.
Me personally, I could never.
It's weird to me that I'm seeing their like wedding video on TikTok, and then the next video that I scroll to
Yeah.
is her with Mr. Love.
About to shoot my first scene.
We're back, done with Bamfomania, the world's greatest freestyle rap comedy podcast. I'm David. I got Alex with me, and we have a special guest this week, Bryan.
Yes, sir.
Can
Bryan.
can we shout out your YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube at Red Pill Poker Official, and my Instagram as well at Bryan Knows the Truth.
I gotta pull this up.
I
Red
met-
pill poker. Does that mean that you hate women?
No, I don't.
It just means you're a fan of the
Contrary.
Matrix.
I am a fan of The Matrix, one of my most favorite movies. It's
Red
just
pill
I subscribe to independent thinking.
Oh, I understand, but
Yeah.
but that is what you're talking about when you call the channel Red Pill.
Yeah, it's not
like,
synonymous with the top G, Andrew Tate.
Oh, wait, so it's
he's
not
ruined-
red. It's not red pilled poker. It's
Yeah,
red
not
pill
red
poker.
Yeah.
Top
All
G's
right,
kind
all
of ruined red pills. A metaphor.
I think
for
that the
people.
red pilled people kind of ruined red pill, but I like this. We got the handout and everything. Although I noticed you picked a white hand. Is that not Morpheus's hand right
No,
there?
I mean like most people, black or white, tend to have an inside palm that's lighter. You know.
I looked up this graphic when I was making it, Matrix hand, right, with the pills, and it was a recreation. It wasn't an actual like screenshot from the movie.
Bryan and I met at the listening party for Razor and Bossa Nova's album, and we just started talking, and then we've hung out a couple times at this point.
I feel like we need to get on the Red Pill Poker channel and now when you it looks like you have guests on here.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Okay, so I recently got in trouble on YouTube a little bit because I was using some content that wasn't necessarily friendly for the community. It's a bunch of gambling stuff.
Well, yeah. A lot of
People
it's
do
not
stuff,
looked.
yeah.
People aren't a fan of gambling on YouTube. The higher ups, I mean,
Yeah.
not the fans, obviously.
You could get away with it. It's the way you
Do you want to
promote your channel. But I got in trouble on YouTube. I was monetized already. They demonetized my channel for the next 60 days. But when it does
That's bullshit.
get back, yeah, it's so bullshit. Like I had to take down the content, and I didn't appeal.
But part of me thinks if you keep making gambling content, that's going to keep happening.
No, I think it's because of the figures that you were.
it was the person that I was using.
Yo, terms of service. Yeah, they got me nervous. I've been running in the street, swishing and swerving, hitting the swisher, acting like a bitch nerd, cause I got demonetized, cause I used some guy's face.
Terms of service, I'll be eating Scooby snacks. Off of this, I'm swerving. Yo, the blunt, it makes me nervous. I'm full of nugs that fall out the back end of it. I can't pretend I'm a bitch. I can't smoke for shit.
I can't smoke for shit. I'm really off of it. I got all this weed and I'm smoking it. YouTube terms of service, it's whack, but I'm just getting lit. Yeah, I'm smoking bamfomania packing. No, I'm getting it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the terms. In the 80s out here getting perms. Worms.
I have worms.
Just made a banger in like 2 seconds.
I swear a gram of weed was in my mouth.
That's one of the main reasons I like these hemp wraps, because they come with a little filter, and I for some reason assumed that my dude was gonna use them, but
No. I'm also a fan of the tobacco wrap because it gives you that.
No, this is a hemp wrap.
Oh, never mind then. Oh, it didn't. The filter was left unused. I thought it was like built in.
Unused,
there.
You never use
That's
filters?
fine. That's fine.
I don't really like filters.
Fuck a filter.
But
I'm pretty sure
fish.
I took
No filter.
Get filter. You're a fan of Rush Hour?
Yeah, I love it. I've seen all of them.
Okay. Thank God.
Yeah.
This dude
Apparently
and-
they're making a fourth. Which
This
I don't
dude and
know.
Razor went to high school together.
I've known him since 2008, actually. Since I
Okay.
was like playing Pop Warner. We played sports together, football, mainly just football. But like I've known his family and stuff, like his mom. I've seen her around, and growing up together, he was always He was a lineman, so that's like the mentality he's taking with life. I've seen
Wow.
him just like fight everybody his entire life. The big kid, he used to be the fat kid.
He seems like
Not gonna
such a
lie.
sweet soul. I wouldn't expect him to be like a fighter like that. You know what I
He's
mean?
he's a gentle giant, but once you get him on the field, he turns it on.
I've sort of invented my own filter where I put my fingers here and then I'm only touching my fingers. And that way I don't get itty
The lips.
sort of. Although I still got some Scooby Stacks there.
What's some of the backstory behind your channel and like how you got to where you are right now, and what can you share with the peoples?
Yeah, so Red Pill Poker, I started this channel in February, and I got monetized in June. So within 4 months, I was able to gain a bunch of traction, create a small community, and I mainly did it just because I was a fan of editing and a fan of the genre of gambling and poker and stuff, and I got fired from my last job. So that'll be on the Patreon if you stick around.
Oh,
And you want to know the story of why I got fired from my job and the whole scandal
Can we
behind
say
that.
the name?
What? Oh, Hustler Casino in
Whoa.
LA. I got fired at Hustler Casino, specifically Hustler Casino Live.
go to patreon.com/Dawn with Bamfomania to get the inside scoop.
Okay, are these okay? I'm
So that's
watching. I'm watching one of your videos right now. Is it?
Sure.
Do you do like gambling commentary? Is
Uh,
that
I'll edit these clips from a live stream,
Mhm.
adding funny things like funny clips. I'll add, certain edit depending on the subject. If it's like just a highlight of gambling content,
Yeah, like a
I'll-
game can be 11 hours,
or
right?
it could be a clip of a conversation that was taking place during that. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of different types of videos that I'll make regarding it. But when it comes to poker, I'll just clip a bunch of stuff that I think is funny or cool, and add stuff that I think is hilarious. All the music, memes, and it's taken off. I noticed that I was able to be really good at it when I worked there. They hired me to do audio, but I knew about social media. I said, you should let me make your Instagram and Twitter reels and videos and shorts.
that was loud? Make my Instagram reel shorts and shit. Yeah, you know me. My ears, yeah, they're fucking hurting, bitch. My eardrums, they've been bursting since that fucking horn hit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit.
The horn went off, and now I'm hella soft. My testosterone is out the fucking rough. My fight or flight is kicking in. I'm tweaking. Yeah, I've been speaking to women out in England. Yo,
Women out in England, they say chip chip cheerio, and then they bring them a magical umbrella they fly away on. They 2 spoonfuls of
Okay.
sugar. I eat crayons.
Yeah, I'm chilling in the stew. I got this ice on me, and yes, it's really new.
Ooh.
Chilling up with Bryan and bitch, yeah, I know the truth. Follow me on IG, IG too.
follow my dude on IG, please. He's trying to get his presence up.
Did you get you start that Threads account yet?
Yo, yeah, what's up?
I already don't agree with everything that I'm sharing, but I'm doing it
Okay,
anyways.
you're trying to stir up controversy.
Yes.
What do you
so,
think?
I got a Threads account just because it was so easy. You just are like you open Instagram, it's like if you want a Threads account, just click this link.
I heard if you
Now
delete
have
your
it.
Threads account, you delete your Instagram also.
It does. It's true. I do now permanently have my There's an number underneath my Instagram account now that kind
That's
of I'm not a
crazy.
big fan of. But there's nothing I can do about it. They'll probably delete that. You know what I mean? Like
It's just an initial wave.
yeah, I think that they're still figuring it out. Like if these guys, these tech billionaire guys, you
Right.
know, there's 2 of them. They cave like that. As
Yeah.
soon as enough people are like, man, Twitter's
Right.
fucking gay now.
But
Elon's like, no, it's not, and he changes it back.
I think Elon is the person who does that the most, though. Like other tech companies seem to double down.
Nah. Zuck
did you
will
hear
do it.
about the cage fight?
No,
I heard, but I
Oh.
heard it. Yeah, we talked about it last week, but I heard it's not going to happen because Elon's mom was like, "Not my son. My son will never fight in this cage."
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that. Do you think Twitter has to be worried?
Yeah.
That they're gonna lose users?
It's so established at this point that I don't think so.
Yeah.
But with the character thing, like about the limit, right? You're only allowed, which I use Twitter all day, every day on an unverified account, and I don't seem to hit 600 tweets.
What's the limit on Threads? Is there no limit?
No limit on threads. That's why it's like taking over currently right now. 'Cause
Well,
it's like
I'm pretty sure he got rid of that limit thing almost
he did?
immediately. Yeah.
Fuck
That
Dumb.
was really dub.
I think he's the one person who overcorrects more out of all of the tech CEOs. Like I think him specifically. Like
he's kind of famous for it.
Out of all the billionaires, Elon Musk listens to all of the people, his consumers the most.
he's actively like replying to people. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's pretty
Definitely.
That's pretty unique.
You're right. He stays on Twitter. That's that. Well, I mean, he owns it. It's like you might as well use the thing that you bought, right?
Bezos doesn't reply to your negative Amazon comment, being like, "This Amazon basic lock is fine."
Imagine
David,
if you
stop
did
being a
though.
bitch."
You're like, yo, this Flonase, it didn't hit as hard as the one I
Right.
ordered last week, and Bezos is like, why don't you get your fucking nasal passages? Why don't you go visit the ear, eyes, and throat doctor?
I'd be like, "Shit, I'm only shopping at Amazon from here on out."
If he responded every time.
I like an involved owner.
Okay, so I wanted to know where are both of you guys from?
Hey, this is our podcast. We'll ask. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm from Hawaii originally, and he's from Spain, and then we both met in fucking Michigan in college,
That's hilarious.
and now we're fucking here.
Yep.
Hawaii
it.
and Spain linking in Michigan. Where
Yes.
in Michigan? Which college?
We don't like saying
There's a
the
little
Like
place
saying it?
called Cornerstone in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Very, very Christian, very white, that kind of deal.
It's just
feel you.
unfortunately the school sucked. We still had an okay time. It's just
Do you have a degree?
yeah, we have degrees.
Yeah,
Bro, that's more than a lot of people already
Right,
in this
but-
world. You shouldn't be.
But they're almost
Ashamed.
irrelevant.
Yeah, degrees are pretty useless because
they are useless, but
I've
you have it.
David has proven to me that you can lie about having a degree, and
Oh.
they just won't check
They
that
won't
shit.
check.
Yeah.
Wow,
There was a period of time where I had walked for like the graduation ceremony, but I hadn't completed the degree completely.
It's crazy they let you walk.
So I didn't have a diploma, and then I just put on resumes that I had it, and no one really questioned it.
And if you do, you got the pictures. If they do, it's like, "Hi, I have a
Oh,
picture,
yeah.
but not the diploma. Anyway,
You're right.
Not
You
diploma,
have
but the
photos in a gown, like, and surrounded by other people in
I,
gowns.
I should just show up to a random college graduation with it and invite my grandma.
You're
She'll
right.
be proud.
Because then, okay, yeah, that's actually a life hack, folks.
Are you gonna question my grandma?
You go to a graduation that's currently happening. You bring your own cap and gown, but you gotta make sure. Oh, we already lit another blunt.
Put it
Well,
down.
you gotta make sure that cap and gown it matches all the other cap and gowns around,
Whoa.
or else you're gonna be found out. Yo, that'd be down. No, that would be
Hey.
a downer, son. If you get found out, then your scheme is done.
Hey, yeah, I got a cap and gown. Took your bitch to Pound Town.
Whoa.
Ain't no, I got wow. Ain't no, I got the loud. Everybody, oh yeah, I'm smoking this gas. And we going to class. Psych, we ain't even graduate that class. And we gon' pass.
Smoking gas, out the ass, do it fast. Fast and furious, out my trash. Yeah, you know, yeah, puff, puff, pass. And then I pass again. Then I say hi to a friend. Maybe they're the neighbors. Yeah, I slay turds.
Hello, friend. Let's begin. Let's smoke the blunt till the very end. We'll take it from when you light it, and then when it burns my 10 fingers.
This tastes like a fruit roll up or something.
Yeah, what was the
What?
flavor? Goji berry.
Isn't that like the thing from One Piece?
No. It's crazy. It's crazy how a lot of my friends, everybody that I know, watches anime, and I'm like, I'm Filipino and I'm Asian, or like I be around a lot of Asian people and I don't watch anime.
Well, you know,
I watch all of
most of
Avatar.
it's bad.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, and it's got to be dubbed, or some people like always listen to the Japanese and they hate dub.
Well, it's no, but like, you're not wrong for having your hesitations against anime. There is some really good anime out there, but like 90% of it is for absolute degenerates
And
that
it's-
like shit their
Yeah.
diapers and they're 30.
It's
And-
hard for me to understand how there's such a obsession sometimes with people, and like they'll maybe, let's say there's a specific show that they love, and then their whole just life is this one show and maybe associated shows. Like I like a show, but then it's not just like a part of my image and brand.
And I'm sure you've seen the fools around fucking LA that ruin their cars with anime bumper stickers.
yeah.
Like tons of them all over the
Hey,
place.
I got no beef with those when they're, exciting little females.
Little hentai things that have some shame, my guy.
See
Those
a
are-
Subaru BRZ,
Yeah.
just fucking
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Maybe
1,000%.
It is a little inappropriate. You're at the FedEx parking lot, and all of a sudden it's just cartoon titties.
But it's also I have no problem with it. It's any car that's covered in bumper stickers looks like shit, especially
Right.
if it's like that. But you could have like a nice, well placed anime decal, and I wouldn't care, even if it was some hentai bitch.
No,
but it's got to look professional. You know?
There's a classy level of sticker on the car that you can pull off before
There's-
it's trashy. I saw a good one real quick today. The bumper sticker was "Cool Prius," quote, "Nobody."
That was a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
I saw this one of Goku online. I didn't see it in person. I wish it was, but it was sick, and it like used his eye. Oh damn! It used his eye as like the brake light. But of course.
Oh, that's very cool.
Oh yeah, something like that shit. I could get
Okay.
behind that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of anime bumper
It's a little
sticker.
scouter too.
Yeah, that one's definitely and more intentional. That's very common with MacBooks. They have the
Yeah.
stickers of like it's like Tony Stark,
And
Iron
the-
Man, and then the
Yep.
apple is the hand.
The one
missile
time
thing.
the one time I had a MacBook, I did that. But mine was a dog taking a shit, and it was taking a shit on the apple.
Oh,
that
yeah,
lights
it's
up or
perfect.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It was good.
Those are fun. I like there's stickers are one of the few things that can border on very cool and then too much and lame and now it's bad.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's crazy is if you get to the point where it's like, oh, there's too many stickers, this is lame. Keep adding stickers. Eventually, it'll get cool because then it'll look
Yeah.
like one of those cool like bathrooms at a bar that like is just covered in shit.
Dude, on the topic of stickers, I have a great merch idea for you. Maybe you could sell a chip,
Yeah.
like a poker chip, and it just says
To clarify,
and it just says red poker on it.
Yeah, there's in poker there's like a thing called a protection chip.
Hey, your lucky
It's like
chip.
a gold one that you bring to like put on top of your card so the dealer knows that you're not folding your
And you
hand
could
or
also
whatever.
do a deck of cards. So you got poker chip, deck of cards, and
Yeah.
I think an ashtray is probably a good.
wow,
That's cool.
I never knew about what'd you call it, a protector chip?
A protection chip.
Protection
Yeah,
chip.
Like a protector. It's called a card protector is what it's called.
Okay, now I'm picturing like people who have like
I'll show you.
Are they magnetic?
they've got like card protectors with like backstories. Like
Oh.
their dad,
Yeah,
who is also a
definitely.
gambler,
100.
like handed down his card protector chip to his son, and now his son gambles with his card protector chip. Or maybe it was like, I won. This was the first poker game I ever won. This was
Sure.
the chip or whatever. Some shit like that.
Red poker chip, and it's a magnet.
Mag. Yo, I'm pretty sure that's already $1 billion industry in Las Vegas. When they recycle old chips and old cards, they sell them down at the schoolyard to all the little kids so they can get hard.
Right, but this one could just have your name on it. Yeah, put no shame on it. Yeah, I put the blame on kids when they yapping and fucking being
Yeah,
whack.
I gamble on my ass. I gamble on my cash. I gamble while I'm motherfucking smoking on this hash. Yeah, I'm smoking on this grass. Smoking on this trash. I don't give a fuck. I just smoke it out of glass.
Bitch, I'm smoking on some trash. You don't gotta ask. Yo, I've dug this shit out of the dumpster in the back. Then I rolled it up in some more trash. So I'm smoking double the trash. Yo, you can go and cuddle my ass.
Weed straight up from the garbage. Yeah, I'm not trying to tarnish. Whoever made this weed.
It was God, actually. Mother Gaia.
Other guy. You ever played God of War?
I really want to. It's on my list of games to play.
So
I
the
just
remastered
never had any.
version is really good if you want to get into it because it like encompasses all of the God of Wars into one game, but remastered.
Well, that's
obviously.
the
It's
fucking
nice.
move, and I'm pretty sure it's also on PC, right?
Yeah, it's on PC now.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna.
God
have
of
to
War
do.
3 is the best one. I remember it's like my childhood. I grew up on it.
I love a good RPG. I usually just play first-person shooters, but every now and then a good RPG will come along and be like, all right, this isn't lame.
So God of War 3, the intro scene is Kratos like climbing.
Well,
Gaia.
no spoilers. Oh, okay. Well,
It's just an
that's-
intro scene. You'll see. It is not a spoiler. But Kratos is climbing Gaia, and he's like fighting this crazy like earth demon. And I don't know, just some crazy fucking big ass thing. And he's like trying to protect Earth from being destroyed or whatever. It's
Hell
like
yeah.
How many God of War games are there?
I think there's three in the remaster.
Would you say they're all worth it?
Yes.
They sound cool.
No,
Would
they're
you-
sick as fuck.
Would you recommend somebody go back to the beginning?
Well, no, apparently the remaster is kind of like that.
remaster's
You
fine.
want-
Oh, it's the same
If you
thing.
want to enjoy it on the PS3 or when it came out, like that era, that
A lot of people hate on remasters, but I'm down. I like a good remaster.
Is it the same
like-
as remastering an album? It's just improving the sound and
Well,
the
it
effects?
depends because
It depends.
it could be either a remaster or a remake, which is kind of an interesting little thing.
Yeah.
Because I always just say remaster, but then there's like the the Halo thing. The you know how they made the first three, they I guess remastered them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure they're actually a remake because they just made the exact same game from the ground up over again. So I don't know.
It depends, like if they change like the engine, the engine that they use to change the game. That's the main reason why they'll remaster it. Like the mechanics of the game might be more fluid, which takes away from the originality. But that's only certain ones. I don't think Call of Duty remasters ever did that, except the one in 2016.
I can get doing a remaster like every 10 years or some shit
Yeah.
on a
Mortal
classic
Kombat
game.
remaster.
Isn't there like a significant Halo remaster game or?
Well, we played them. Yeah.
That's what all those
the
are?
Master Chief collection.
So I think that something like that. How old were those? Were those 20 years old?
Yeah, I think the first Halo is like 20 years.
So on something like that, a classic game gets remastered 20 years later. Everything else seems like just a cash grab. They're like, here's the same game with better effects.
Yes. Right. But so I think honestly a remake is better, which I think that God of War would be a remake.
Oh, it's not a remaster.
Because you said that
you're right.
It
It is
has
a
like
remake,
all
I think.
3 games or whatever, or all the original ones in one
all
game
three
kind
in
of.
one. It's a bundle, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, I like me a bundle.
Oh, for sure.
Sell me the shit at a discount.
So they have these things right here. These like metal coins that are like card protectors. They're like
these are
$1.
the card protectors.
They're weighted though, so that way that you put them on top of your poker chips, and like it's a universal thing that dealers know that you're still in the hand.
Yeah,
or
that's a
whatever.
good merch idea.
Have you guys played poker before?
That's
Yeah.
that I was gonna say. I've played it before, but I would never say that I know how to play by any means.
I know how to play, but I don't know all the hands.
Yeah. So poker is actually like a blanket term for a bunch of different games. Poker has different variations, but what poker is just like they have Hold'em. There's the main one that people talk about, like you go to the casino and
That's
play.
that's the popular one.
Yeah, No Limit Texas Hold'em.
That's
There's
I
like-
feel that's the version of poker that I played, not for money,
Yeah.
but just chips.
Like if you guys ever seen like televised poker World Series, it's a bunch of people that come and play a big tournament,
Yeah.
and like the last person they play to the final.
They're
table.
playing Hold'em.
Yeah, they're playing Hold'em.
They're all wearing sunglasses and shit.
Yeah.
I love.
wanna do it like they do in Texas. What is his line? Well, I wanna hold them like they do. We were just talking.
Oh,
about
that's Lady Gaga.
I wanna hold them like they do in Texas. Hey,
Ooh.
who would let them hold them like
Okay.
they do in Texas?
Go to Red Pill Poker and one of them. Texas Hold'em. I'm an old man, but I'm gonna go to Texas. Don't you understand? And I got a whole deck with me in my hand. High cards, low cards, yeah, I got them all.
High cars, so am I high. Yeah, you know I'm about to fly to Dubai with a couple of guys who ain't that fly, but they got the bread, so they get the head. Ooh,
Yeah. Oh, I'm playing poker with my troop. I'm getting hands and I'm blowing bands and I'm going to casino land with my fucking grams.
I'm in casino land with my grandma. She's not very proud of me right now, but I got I'm up in the clouds and I'm playing poker.
my granny, she ain't speaking proudly of me cause she deceased. What you doing, Cheech?
That was some Kendrick Lamar type beat.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Should I shout out some
No, it was
producers?
Isaiah Rashad type beat. Oh no, I could be wrong.
Let me shout out some guys and gals, you know.
Well, that was the 5th beat, just so you know, just FY.
Streetlights by someone I didn't write down. Hallucinate by Just Dan Beats. Rolling Flowers by Nine Tails. Turn It Up by Batowski. And Bad Habits by Chase Bank. Well, it's CHXSE Bank.
Fuck him.
Yeah,
The only
ne-
bad
we're
habits
never
I know
using him
is
again.
Steve Lacy.
that also sounded kind of a lacy.
Bite my tongue like he was raised
good
young.
on this.
Good, you go off of this?
I'm good on that too, at least for a while. If we're not even halfway done.
Okay, so I had another thing that I wrote down that I wanted to talk about.
Well, I want to hear, before we move on to that, I want to hear what your favorite iteration of poker is. Are you saying that Texas Hold'em is?
Okay, so I would say there's like hundreds of different forms. They have Hold'em.
You could probably just make them up on the fly, right?
Yeah, you could make shit up. Pineapple.
Yeah, it's
Does that
like how
sound
people
like a
have
real
their own
game?
beer pong rules.
It's actually a real game, pineapple poker. Yeah, no, they do that shit. But my favorite variation of poker has to be Hold'em. Nah, you know what? It has to be No Limit Texas Hold'em because there's no other game like it.
I mean, sounds like the best one,
Yeah.
honestly. The way.
No, I like No Limits.
No Limits Texas Hold'em. I
You gotta
picture
be
a guy
very
with a big
specific.
mustache saying it too.
There's two types of poker in the casino. You could play Limit and No Limit. And Limit is for old geezers that have retired and they just want a game to play, right? No Limit is like you could wager as much as you want at any time. So if you buy in for 1,000, the very first hand you could be fucking around and say all in, and you're all in for 1,000.
Yeah, and just get it over with. What about would you recommend somebody use the avenue of poker to maybe get some money? Like, what would the strategy be with something like that? Do you gamble?
There's a certain temperament that it takes to become a professional gambler. It's not for everybody. If you have an addictive personality, there's no way that you could become a professional gambler.
I love how whenever you look at a professional poker game, the variety of people and like weird personalities that have this skill in common. It's one of the like things about poker that is televised that's very interesting. You can see all these.
Only thing you could go into a casino right now anywhere in LA. You'll sit down. You'll see some rich white guy, some tiny Asian lady, some old black dude.
Yeah.
You'll get some freaking Mexican worker that just got off of work. Like, it's a freaking variety.
The unity and diversity amongst the interest of gambling is hilarious.
I have so many things I want to talk about. All right, yeah. You said you wanted to. You had something on your mind.
Oh
just
yeah.
now.
We were talking about music or whatever.
Oh,
if we're
yeah.
on this.
Can we keep going on the gambling before we shift over to maybe
Okay. I thought it was a gambling.
I know that you worked at this big casino. What was it?
Sure.
Hustle Casino.
Hustler Casino.
Or you worked for Hustler Casino Live. Like, tell us a little bit more about like some of the stuff that happened that you can talk about.
What was the job capacity? Like,
It was the audio tech.
Yeah, so I came in as like an intern first. So there is a very, very big popular live stream in LA at the Bicycle Casino in Bell Gardens called the Bicycle Casino. It's called Live at the Bike. The live stream is called that. They had been around since 2006, and Hustler came out in 2021.
Is it affiliated with the magazine?
Yeah, the casino is the casino owner. Larry Flint owned the magazine.
Shout
the
out
whole
Larry
brand.
Flint.
It's like
It's
how
like one of my favorite movies.
Rest in peace.
That's a dope ass movie.
He died last year in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Did he die hard?
Didn't die hard.
He doesn't get hard anymore, man. He's
his
paralyzed
wife
from
is
the
like-
waist down.
Oh, that's what it was.
I met his wife. His wife looked like she was like 40
wait.
when I met her.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I'm
Now
like,
she's
wait,
like
she died. I'm like, no, different wife.
Different wife. His new wife after they remarried. Or
Not
whatever.
Courtney Love.
Yeah, but working at give you some background on how I started working there. There's this live stream at Bicycle Casino. This guy started the live stream, and then they were running it, and then the producer that started working there didn't feel like he was being listened to, so he partnered up with a rich poker player and started a new live stream at Hustler. Started a new production team. I reached out to him.
He reached out to him. Yo, I gotta understand, dude. Could I join the live stream? I ain't trying to be rude. I just want to get that dough too.
I've been beaming while I'm live streaming. Got these poker players yelling and screaming. They're super excited they won. I don't want to have a son.
Want to have a son,
Never.
but I have one, and I got another one.
Damn.
2 kids, but you didn't know it. I'm really telling the truth, but you really didn't know it. I got
Yo, this dude's a father. Yo, I don't even bother. He's gambling away his children's college tuition every
and I got
single
child
day.
support. Fuck child support every day.
Yo.
I got a baby mama, but she kinda whack. I don't really care. Both of them are what? Whatever.
Double baby mama drama. Oh my God, you better start gambling the commas.
I was like, should I bring it up? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring it.
We don't judge you,
Crazy.
bro. You know.
I do have crazy baby mamas, multiple, 2 of them, and I have a son and a daughter. Shout out. I know maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the road, if this is up, and which I'm pretty sure it will, my kids will see this. Shout out to me.
Yeah, they're gonna see this, dude. Your kids.
Hopefully
are
they'll
real ones.
subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah,
Hopefully they'll still have a relationship with their father.
15-year member of Patreon. You're not allowed to see this until you're 16. So 10 years from now, my daughter will get to see this.
When you're at Hustler Casino, do you see some people ruin their lives with gambling, or do you see some crazy shit amongst the employees?
Oh my God, dude! So many people have gone broke. You should look it up. There's this thing called trackingpoker.com. And on trackingpoker.com, it has the most people who have been winning and losing. You can see people who are down millions. And there's people on that losing list that have disappeared from the show, and they've gone on to, like, commit fraud.
Yeah,
and
just
do
some
crazy,
major
wild
financial
shit.
troubles.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah. Okay, so number 1 on trackingpoker.com, a man named Alan Keating.
He's down 2.47 million.
This dude knows. All right, I gotta look up this. I'm googling
So-
Alan Keating. You
so-
know about Alan Keating?
Yeah, I've met
tell
Alan
me,
Keating.
Oh my God, tell me about Alan Keating.
So Alan Keating is this freaking rich poker player. He's based out of Vegas. He developed a network.
Is his net worth much higher than 2.4 million?
Fuck yeah, that's how he lost.
So
Yeah.
losing 2.4, he doesn't
nothing.
really care.
It's like it's
okay.
advertising.
So he
Some
doesn't-
of these rich people will lose millions of dollars at Hustler Casino to advertise themselves as a loose player, get people to come to their games,
And then they fucking
whack
go
'em.
tight.
What
Yeah.
does this
Yeah.
number next to the name mean? He's got a
how
9
many times they've
next-
played on the show? So in 9 times they've played, 9 sessions played, down 2.47 million.
That's bad.
That's really bad. That means that also shows he plays really high stakes.
Yes.
So he's playing with a lot of money buy-in. Like he's playing average of 100.
There's a guy on here named Israeli Ron.
Yeah, Israeli Ron. Some people don't go by their like government name.
Oh, so that
on there.
they're allowed to use aliases.
Yeah, they are.
What
Dentist Dave.
what would
Dentist Dave.
fun.
what would be your alias?
Oh, I would be when I was gonna go on there. I was just gonna use my regular name.
Okay, well we can come back to the alias later. If it comes to you.
I have a lot of nicknames. When I grew up, because of my last name and what it was, people used to call me Saggy Balls.
Saggy
my last
balls?
name Sagbigsal.
That works.
Oh.
That makes
That
sense.
sounds like
Everybody
something
called me, like,
someone in
Saggy
high
Ball.
school would call you.
Yeah, but over time it developed into just Saggy, Sag, and then people. I guess now I'm adult Bryan, but whatever. I don't
see
mind
the
when I feel
transition.
like-
Yeah. Sag, Bryan. That makes sense.
yeah.
So you're at Hustler and shit's going down. What's
Bro,
like?
I was having a ball at Hustler, so I really didn't get into anything crazy until the end of my tenure there. So I
like
get
that you
into the
said
streaming.
tenure.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was a
smart
tenure.
as fuck.
16 months, like that's a lot of time.
It's a chunk of time. Yeah,
It's
for
a
sure.
good chunk of time to devote
Get-
yourself into doing what I was doing.
And that business seems a little, crazy and intense.
You're around a bunch of random rich people all the time, and you're running a live stream that thousands of people like. I met Mr. Beast. I met Adam 22. Met a bunch of people. Paul Pierce. I met like all these random people that are really like, I guess around that world, the gambling and shit. Alexandra Botez. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
No.
Some crazy rich chess player. She's the biggest female streamer on Twitch.
Oh.
And she streams chess.
Yeah,
This bitch can get people to watch chess.
yeah.
We can get people to watch this podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. I think so. That gives me hope.
You got to be really fucking into chess.
We were
Or
tapped in.
Just titties out.
Oh, that's a big one. That
Yeah.
would kind of attract me to chess for sure.
Yeah, chest.
I think she's wearing clothes in most of her stuff. She's like been able to do it. You guys know who Pokimane is?
No.
Technically, I do.
Yeah, Pokimane and
Yo, Pokimane, yeah, I'm getting brain, yeah, I'm being vain, in a fucking plane, I'm so damn rich, about to spend it all, at Hustler Casino, about to have a ball.
One thing I know about Pokemon,
What is
she's
that?
not a fan of this gambling thing.
Uh-huh.
She will go on a stream and say that gambling is lame, but at the same time she is working for Amazon and they treat their employees wrong. And yeah, I'm going gone.
fuck Amazon, fuck Jeff Bezos, man, fuck Whole Foods too. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm feeling real blue, and I'm feeling like blue chew. Yeah, I take 2.
Okay.
Down Pound Town, yo, bitch, real like ooh, like ooh, like ooh.
Okay.
Pass to you.
Yeah, pass it off. Yeah, I'm never soft because the blue chew is in my mouth. Yeah, I'm on your spouse, on the couch, in the house. Yeah, running around. Whoa.
Shout out. This is not sponsored by Blue Chew.
One day it will be, you know. We buy the generic.
You guys know Honey Pack got banned.
Honey Pack.
Guys, so there's this thing at like liquor stores and other places where they have the active ingredients of Viagra, but mixed in with honey, but it was unlicensed. But they ended up getting really popular, and they found out it was an illegal company.
Because you can still probably order them online.
Like Canadian pharmacy shit.
Well, I bet I could find Honey Pack right now for sure.
Oh, you could go to stores and they still have it, but they're not gonna stop it.
Right, it's like how the vapes are illegal, but you can still find them.
Yeah, they shut down the factories, but they're still producing them elsewhere and just shipping in, probably bringing them in through like
$20 right now. I could get some honey.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the only reason they can't sell that shit over the counter is because people will have a heart attack.
yeah, that too.
Because if you got heart problems and you take that shit,
so
it's
okay.
it's an issue.
Crazy story. This dude that I met, it was when I was in jail, and it's a long story with that.
Now I'm picturing. I don't mean to interrupt, but now I'm picturing Winnie the Pooh like just off the honey pack, and he's just hard as shit, and he's just like, oh bother.
That's pretty
My-
funny.
But anyway, go on.
He said that when I get out, there's this dude. He was some like gang member from LA. He's this black dude's like, when I get out, I'm about to fuck my bitch. I'm gonna get 2 rhino pills, crush it up, put it in my drink, and then I'm gonna take a honey pack and drink it and pound it, and I'm gonna fuck her.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a
a lot of
lot.
crazy energy.
Honestly,
in there.
well, no.
Have you ever seen the movie A Serbian Film?
No. What is that?
Don't watch it. But it's like one of those banned movies. But it's about this retired porn star who gets hired by some billionaire type who wants to film this crazy porno. But the point I'm trying to get at is he's feeding this guy these insane sex drugs that cause him to just fuck like he
becomes an animal.
Yeah, and he will fuck no matter what. And like I feel like if that drug existed, I could figure out the proper dose to where I wouldn't go on a rape rampage. I would just take maybe I'll like inhale it a little bit. I don't know. You'd have to.
It's like fentanyl. Just touch it. It's too much.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Because that movie, it can make you do some fucked up shit.
Speaking about
that
porn
movie,
stars, something's going viral right now. Did you guys hear about Adam 22 and his wife getting banged out?
I'm glad
by
we're bringing that up.
We discussed it. I recently saw that now the new development is that he had the dude who pounded out Lena
Jason
on
Love.
the podcast.
Jason Love. He said, me personally, I could never.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my thing, but that's also. It sounds like they got into the relationship with that already being.
And
they're
really. It seems like they're financially capitalizing on like the media and publicity. Like
I still think even if they have this understanding, there's no way Adam 22 isn't feeling a type of way right now.
Yeah, he said I couldn't. Yeah, a few days after, I was still hurting.
But he's straight up. He's trying to seem like he doesn't care on Twitter a lot.
He's leaning into it.
Well, like it's a lot. Well, it's almost like it's doing too. Like who are you trying to prove this to right now? Who are you trying to prove that you don't care about this right now to? So I don't know. Like I agree.
It's
with
just
you.
weird.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
It's weird to me that I'm seeing their like wedding video on TikTok, and then the next video that I scroll to is her with Mr. Love
About to shoot my first scene.
I'm just like, can we just at least get the wedding photos out of the algorithm before we start talking about the polyamory?
That's the point, though.
I guess it's not
crazy.
polyamory. It's just porn.
Yeah. No, they're doing their thing, and that's what's crazy right now. Like a lot of people have their eyes on it.
But it's also like you're already a millionaire. Why not just not do
You
that
could chill.
anymore? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
that lifestyle.
Here's what I heard him say that the main reason he didn't want her to do it, like the driving thing that was stopping him from saying yes to it, was that he was going to get clowned on the internet. And he thought that, okay, well, I feel like that's not a good reason.
His shit is already on the downturn because of that all the scandalous stuff that happened with him and like
all
underage
the crew breaking up
bullshit. Yeah, and no one wanted to work with him anymore that he had hired for him because they were like, this guy's creepy. And now he really only has like the really dedicated fan base that like that show a lot, which I could never.
I think it's just more than the show at this point. It's that they have like social media feeds and channels that are just like reporting like pop culture.
But the only reason I would ever watch is if there was a guest that I was interested in. And then, you know, I might tune in to that show. Adam 22, don't you know? Yo, that wife, she kind of a hoe. But whatever, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You know,
so.
I probably watched the clips if it was some bitch or a dude that I'm interested in. Tried to make that hit, but it was difficult.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm in a cult. Yeah, and I'm never voting.
Yeah, I'm zooming in this room and I don't even know what I want to say.
I don't even know. Yo, I don't want to go on the No Jumper podcast. No, please don't invite me.
Honestly, I
bro.
probably would.
Okay,
All
me too.
is forgiven,
I-
bro. In fact, I support your decision, and I am sorry I called your wife a hoe. That was not really very cool.
Right,
Would you
exactly.
please forgive me, fool?
We were just freestyling, Adam.
Yeah,
We're
Adam
sorry.
22.
We'll come on
I'll
right
lick
now.
the gum off your shoe.
I just don't like talking about just like rap shit all the time. I feel like there's a lot of rap shit on there.
That's pretty much all. Yeah, that's kind of what it started as. That's the whole
Well,
thing.
he did.
It's not like he's getting Neil deGrasse
he did
Tyson
try
on
to, you know, expand with all his like interviews and stuff, finding people from different industries and places. So he does a good job of mixing it up, but he's not as consistent as he used to be, where he's like finding these like best people. Like the 2017 era of the SoundCloud era of No Jumper, that's probably the best peak of No Jumper.
Right, where it was like
X.
putting on people and shit
yeah,
like that.
Ugly God and shit, like, you know, random, the best fucking interviews and like the OG ones where it's just focused on like cool people and random people.
Yeah, people would come on and they'd be so fucked up too. That
Boom
was
Gang.
always fun.
You remember Boom Gang?
Yeah. He couldn't even. He passed out in the middle of the interview.
Yeah.
That was fun shit.
He changed his life now. He's like a
He's
reformed
like
man.
a preacher. He'd
Yeah,
be
you
preaching
saw that?
and shit.
His-
Damn, dude. I hate it when people are like, all right, I clearly went too far. Now I'm going to overcorrect and get into religion.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like that shit is like for people who are at the lowest of the low. Like people in prison are you.
Yeah.
That's how you get.
Actually, that's why religion exists.
because of prison.
It's to take degenerates and give them purpose.
Yeah, degenerate purpose.
It's to take the rock bottoms and be like, all right, there's hope. That's what it is. I just figured it out.
So you're saying it's an opiate to the masses?
It's like how alcoholics need AA, but they don't need like the meetings necessarily. They need the belief system.
I feel like that's more true for Christianity and Catholicism. Maybe not so much Islam.
right.
and Judaism.
It's Islam. You don't convert to Islam and then start.
That's like the
fucking
most
hitting your
popular
wife.
one you convert to in prison.
No, I think you convert.
Well, yeah.
No, you
Actually,
come-
I would like to see statistics on
you
that. That's
come-
true.
you
Islam
come-
is one in one. I feel like it's 50-50.
You convert to the Nation of Islam. It's like not the same as
You're
like
right.
the
True.
fucking
I
Middle
used
East
to- it's not
primitive
like
Islam.
You're not a David type Muslim.
No,
you're a
yeah,
Malcolm X type Muslim.
The Muslims that used to live by my parents when they were kids. Those are the bad Muslims.
You know about Elijah Muhammad and stuff like
yeah,
that.
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Honorable
yeah, say it
Elijah
right, bro.
Muhammad.
Put some respect on the name. Come
It's
on.
just funny because the entire I think it's people go to
The
prison.
final call.
People go to
Yeah.
prison and they have to unite with their race, and then they become affiliated with whatever religion
Yeah.
the race gang in prison is
Yeah, you might
involved
be
with.
right.
Yeah, and then different people take it more seriously.
the Elijah Muhammad gang.
What's the
Doesn't sound very intimidating.
are you fresh
I know
out from the Philippines, or are you
No,
third generation?
I'm the first generation born in America.
Okay.
My family immigrated here in 1981. My dad came over here. He was 20 years old when he came over here. I was born in 97, so he was like older when he had me, like 30s, early 30s when he had me. And I was me and my other brother. I have two brothers. My eldest one, who's 40 now, he was born in the Philippines, but me and my other brother were born here. So we're basically the very first.
Is your older brother foreign as hell, or is he westernized?
He came here in 1989 at the age of 8. So
Okay.
he's pretty modern. He still will sound like a fob when he's speaking Tagalog,
Fob.
Filipino, kind of, but like, yeah,
Never heard that term.
fresh off the boat.
Can you still? Do you speak a little? Are you
Yeah,
fluent?
I'm not 100% fluent, but I understand everything.
You've been,
Okay,
you've been
hell
back
yeah.
a bunch of times.
Twice. It's crazy out there. When I visit, I go to my hometowns, which are like smaller provinces the name of like Subic Bay and like Olongapo City, it's really, the population's really low and there's not any infrastructure. You have to bring your own bottled
Isn't
water.
that basically like a dictatorship?
Yeah.
That
Well,
Duterte, what's his name?
that dude, he just actually got out of office this year. There was an election, and he was so super strict on drugs, and he would like literally murder drug dealers, crystal meth users, and drug dealers and weed dealers, all of them.
No
Executed.
chill.
In the street, he gave permission to the police to literally kill people. If you see a drug user or dealer, shoot them. Millions of people died. I don't know millions, but thousands.
I heard that a lot of people died. Yo, Duterte, that dude is retarded. I don't like him. I wish his shit never started. Who elected that dude, man? I don't mean to be rude, but maybe the voters over in the Philippines should eat better food, hey?
I don't think that you elect dictators. Yeah, spend the rest of your life eating taters.
Tater tots.
And I bet they got sardines. Yeah, I'm a fucking fiend for the crystal meat, and they're gonna kill me.
Kill my Filipino flow.
Kill 'em.
I got Filipino hoes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm stacking all this dough. Getting Filipino food
Stacking
in my
it.
bowl. Yeah, I got chicken adobo. And I got that rice to go with it. Yo.
Yo, but look what's good. I want to slurp it down and then eat some foot. I'll lick your toes, don't you know? I'm in the Philippines with my bros.
Bro, you're from Hawaii, so you
Yeah.
already know what it feels like to be on an island and be able to go to the beach and be able to see crystal clear waters, and it's a different feeling. It's not like polluted like it is out here. You feel like everything is fresh and your body feels good, and it's just like, it fucking sucks to be in a place where it's called Long Beach, but you can't even go into the water because
The water's
polluted.
it's petroleum.
The water's gross over here, yeah,
Bro,
for sure.
3,000 every single few months. You'll see another post on Twitter, Instagram, on the news. 3,000 pounds of sewage dumped accidentally into the water, but there's no accident. They're doing that shit on purpose.
Yeah, they're like literally holding the thing open while it goes into the water.
I'm sorry.
Oops.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
In my brain, I'm
Yeah.
seeing somebody like lift a floodgate, and it's just like a shit just.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
into
It's
the
like
water.
it's like a porn thumbnail where it's exaggerated. They're like,
It's like that episode of The Simpsons with
And then you
Blinky.
got like
Oh,
Mexican
yeah.
families, like the big fat Mexican dad with the white T-shirt on, still in the water waiting. Their little kids are like splashing all the shit water in their face.
Well, that's why they have such good immune systems.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
true. You know, who needs a booster?
I don't have it.
I gotta hit him with the Chris.
All right.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Boosted.
Yeah, we are back, and we had to interrupt a story about our guest
talking
beating up a homeless person.
Oh,
so
my
we
goodness.
got. I want to hear about this.
He called him a bum, which I think makes him less.
Unhoused
Well,
person.
no, you know what? It's if a homeless person's
Transient.
acting like a bum.
They're a bum. Yeah.
If an unhoused individual is acting like a bum.
You know what's funny? We both hung out yesterday at Razor's house, friend of the pod, and there was a situation with a street person who
Yesterday.
ended up right next to his gate, and you know he had to fucking figure it out. But Razor was like, "Oh man, I don't want to call the cops and all this," and Bryan was just like, "Man, just beat his ass." Bryan was very his strategy of government discipline was very different than Razor's.
I don't immediately resort to violence. You know what I mean? It may sound like that, but I'm a very reasonable person. But if there's something, especially for him, like protecting your
Yeah.
girlfriend or family. Let's say you got kids.
When I think you said if you call the cops and that fool comes back, then
Yeah,
just
what if he
fucking beat
comes
his
back?
ass.
Then you have to. But it's crazy. So there's this situation, to get to the story, essentially, to not go into too much detail. It's really long, essentially, so I want to condense what happened.
Understood.
Condense
understood.
There was a car accident, right? And I knew for a fact that this bum was the one who caused the car accident.
How did you know for a
Like
fact?
because he was wilding
I
in the
seen him.
streets.
Oh, you
with
seen
my
him?
eyes.
You seen him whipping?
I seen him whipping. And okay, so
He was driving.
it's crazy. He was driving, yes.
Probably got
And
no
there was
license.
there was a car accident that, I was involved in.
Oh,
Basically. It was a car accident I was involved in where I got struck by a bum. I wasn't driving, but it was like that's the best way to that's the best way to do it because you see his car, you know those like early 2000s Toyota Siennas.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
Like
they
those
got
minivans.
towels hanging in the windows because they live in there.
Those are
There's like cans stacked to the roof in the back seat.
You mean money?
Yeah,
not
that's
just
a
cans.
cha-cha-cha-ching
Not
right
just
there.
cans. It's like old jeans and like broken starters and like random things. So basically,
Miscellaneous.
Couple
I
of
know for a
cats.
fact this bum freaking hit my car, but during the scene of the accident, dude dipped off.
Yeah, you know he ain't got
Ran.
insurance.
Left his car.
That
Yeah.
that dude doesn't have insurance. That's not his car. Or maybe it is his car.
Luckily, this is something that people always say, like accidents always happen within like a mile from your house. I was like 500 feet away from my house, right? Less than, not too far. I was at the corner of my block and this happened and I somehow knew that he would like just be around the area. So I waited, time passed, a few days
Because that's
went
his
by.
stomping ground.
Yeah, I would go to 7-Eleven, pick up my blunt wraps, buy a drink, buy a snack. Saw him.
Damn, that was a bar.
Saw
Bro.
him one day. And you know what? I was like, ooh, which way is he going? I was walking on like the opposite side of the street, and then like I just tried to tail him without letting him know that I was following him. And then I saw that he was like going to this one person's house on my block. So I would be like, all right, well now I know where he hangs out. So I'm gonna try to
Bro,
walk
you're
every
like
day.
John Wick right now.
I know. I was on some John Wick shit. I'm gonna walk around the block every day for exercise and also to look for this guy because he got away with it. We
Yeah,
had our
And if you call the cops, what are they gonna do? Like, they're gonna be like, "Oh, do you want to press charges? Oh, I'm in charge,
Skiddly
bitch.
whoa.
Yeah, I want to help you resolve this, but we can't locate the dude. It's
Oh my God. You gotta do what you gotta do. The bad boys are coming after you, but not if you don't have an address or two. You can't be homeless getting in car crashes, dude.
Hey, he crashed into me. He went and saw police and then he said it wasn't me.
Damn.
Like Shaggy, he went and dipped off. He said I wanna get a motherfucking crack rockin' with the smoking. Yeah, he wasn't joking. Yeah, he was in that
Damn.
car and he was stroking on that beer and his fucking cock. Cause
Yep.
he's gay and he's fucking crashing into my car like a fucking socket.
Yeah, this
Damn.
dude's gay for jerking off.
I'm gay for jerking off too. What can I say? I love jerking off, and if that makes me gay, then
Gay? Bro, that dude. Okay, so now let's get to where I found him. So so it's like hunting a person is different. Like, all right, now you know he is homeless and now he doesn't have transportation, so he's stuck in the area and he knows somebody in the area. This is his stomping grounds. I'm going every day, walking to 7-Eleven, walking around the block just to see if I could bump into him again. Found him in my back alley. He was like hanging out with somebody else. I like walked past him, I saw it was him, and then I just fucking just fired on him from like the side. And I was like, looked at him, and then I didn't quite pass him. I didn't go from behind and then like sneak him. I like walked right to the side of him and just gave him the most meanest left hook to his nose.
Damn,
I made the aim
nice.
for his nose, boom, and then you just see his eyes water up. The nose is streaming down his nose. What the fuck? What the fuck? And he looks like Danny Trejo.
Damn.
You know who that is?
oh yeah.
What if, it,
Machete.
what if it was Danny Trejo?
Then I fucking beat up Danny Trejo. So after I hit him. I remember almost every hit. I just didn't stop hitting. I was like, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, you pummeled this man.
Boom. And then, but it's crazy. He wouldn't, like, I couldn't knock him out. He was just too, like, tweaker strength. He
Yeah,
had that
yep,
tweaker strength
yep.
where you couldn't knock out a meth head. It's super hard. And then he was like, watch out. And he was, like, able to, like, walk away from, like, not walk away, run away. And he grabbed a 2x4 that was, like, in this bed of a truck that was in the alley. And then he tried to chase me, but I got away too fast. I like dipped
course.
off on him. I ran around the corner, and then he tried to chase me, and he tried to like recruit another bum. They beat me up, but the bum didn't want to help him.
Yeah, it's like that. That's a vibe.
I got a clean 10 hits in.
That's a
And that was
vibe.
cool with me.
Beating someone up and then running away from them.
Yeah, he was a bum.
That's a total
He was
vibe.
a bum. I fucked him up though.
No, but
I beat his ass.
If you can't, like, he should have, by all intents and purposes, been knocked
The
out
cop-
and called it a day.
The
but
cops should have got him. The cops should have known. Like, okay, I gave a. You know what I mean? This.
Right, but what are they
we
going to do? This person can't be held accountable in any way. Like, they're not a person that contributes to society. So, like, even if they incarcerate him, that's better for him.
So we have gap insurance. We have everything. We still have to come out of pocket for the rental and all that shit.
And for the deductible, like you said,
Yeah.
your deductible's $500.
He caused us a lot of
$1,000
fucking.
It's
money.
like, yeah, I have insurance, but I'm still fucking going through this. I'd rather just not have the experience.
I didn't feel a lot better after doing it, so it's not really like
Damn.
I
did feel better, right? It doesn't, but then you think about it, you're like, did it really accomplish anything? No.
Well, homeless people don't have object permanence, so he probably didn't even know why you
Yeah,
were
it's
beating
like-
his
it's
he
like
ass.
knew what he was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Because okay, so I had an iPhone, but then I broke it, and then it kept clicking all the buttons, so it had to reset the phone and lock the phone.
No.
Right, and then I lost that video where I came up to him the time when I was walking around the block. One of the times it's like, hey, it's like, did you get into a car? I was just confronting him or whatever, and then I realized he was like, no, or whatever, and he was like lying. So I was like, all right, now I'm gonna beat his ass next time I see him.
Gotcha.
And then
Damn,
I
I
seen him
didn't
in the
realize
alley,
there
I
was
was like,
a
all right,
previous
fuck him up.
encounter.
Yeah, so yeah, I fucked.
You were doing some investigative journalism.
You know what? I wanted to make sure that I was getting the right guy. It was the
It'd
right
be funny
guy.
if you beat the wrong guy's ass.
No, I didn't. I made sure though. It would be funny.
It was the right guy.
It wouldn't have actually been funny. I'd have been fucked up.
Yeah, very. I agree.
But I think that was my first real time fighting a homeless person, and and you know what? I didn't really. There's nothing to gain from fighting homeless people. You should probably just avoid them. But if they do
100%.
total your car and they get away with it, and you see them and you're still mad, you should beat them up because you'll feel better at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
A brief.
You heard it here first, folks.
If all those circumstances are in place.
Yes, that's the only
obviously.
way.
No, it's true. I feel like I'm just too lazy to beat someone's ass. I'd be like, yeah.
I gotta find him.
You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
My anger won't drive me enough.
What am I, Sherlock
Okay.
Holmes?
No, I'm
Now
not.
let me-
What am I, Liam Neeson?
I'm not driven enough. I
You'll
literally lack drive.
You'll understand when I tell you the date in the year. November or December of 2020.
I thought you were gonna be like September 11th.
Right.
2001.
It was right during the pandemic. So I was like working from home and remotely and starting a business. So I was like, I'm at home. If it's not like I'm unemployed at home or whatever. We were
Sure.
at home because of the pandemic and shit. So you had to deal with a lot of people. You're doing shit in your neighborhood more often rather than commuting back and forth. I used to work in Orange County a bunch. So all of the jobs before, I would have to like spend a bunch of time like literally on the freeway, not even
Just getting your ass down there.
yeah, now that I was work remotely and I'm feeling gentle on this beat because, yeah, I'm working from home because COVID is so whack and I got the strap in my fucking backpack. I'm about to blam it and I'm about to wham it. Pass it to my boy because
Yo, pass it to my boy. I ain't using toys. I'm working remotely. My name is Joe Coy. I'm writing comedy from a home basis. Yeah, you know, a lot of my comedy is about races that I associate with. And yeah, I got the ladies and moms laughing at it.
Yo, I love remote work. So in between meetings, I can jerk my meat, please. I gotta go until it hurts every single day. I spurt, and then I go back to work, and I can't wait till the next sesh. Yeah, my 9 to 5 is the very best, and I got 9 to 5 reasons on my hands that I could be squeezing my glands.
Speaking about 9 to 5s, I already knew this because I was watching the music videos, but you're a raw ass editor, and I can tell you're a
hell yeah,
professional
thank you.
editor. And even where you were 2 years ago, I'm trying to get right now, like to the point where I have I'm like good in After Effects. I know how to use every single plugin. I can do it efficiently. And then once you get to a level where you're good, it relies on your equipment. If your equipment's to handle the footage and stuff you're editing.
Yeah, I need to fucking upgrade my desktop.
But
It is getting
I
old.
started editing almost 2 years ago. I would say in 2021 is when I really started. And then I figured out the world of Adobe Creative Cloud. And pretty much I never stopped. I found things that I thought were interesting, found people, networked. and
Yeah,
then
the
found a way
YouTube
to get
videos are the best way to learn how to do all that shit. That's
Yeah.
how I've learned how
All
to do
the
pretty much
tutorials.
everything. Yeah. Because, I mean, I went to college for it, but everything I learned in college about video and stuff is outdated now. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's like I pretty much it's something that you have to continuously learn about.
Self-teach all
and
the
whatnot.
current
Mhm.
things. And that's the music video that you wrote, that you shot, Hot Sauce, I think is like one of the most cinematic things
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
you
a good
did
one.
so
That's a good
far.
one.
But what is it like that you're doing as far as like the clients that you're? Is it just corporate stuff or?
No, I mean it's usually I'll meet people through networking or whatever, and that are usually rappers, but any type of musician, and yeah, just we'll discuss. We'll come up with a quote, and if they want to pursue, then they'll like rent a location, or we'll find a cool spot to shoot, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
It's usually music videos.
I almost never. I mean, I do have a 9 to 5 where I shoot for a dog training school where it's like the videos to show that to prove that they were trained that day.
The dogs doing tricks and shit.
Yeah.
That's
And yeah, that's nice. That's pretty fun. And I'm constantly editing, so that's nice too. I feel like I can edit much quicker now. Yeah. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, no, I think
a lot of times I'll chop something up for the podcast and I'll send it to Alex. I'll be like, make this better.
Yes.
And then he'll just fucking lock it in.
Bro, so yeah, no, I was like self-taught in Premiere at first, but I had experience in like, I feel like all of the stuff growing up that you mess around with, all of the random softwares, like iMovie, for example, and you know, I can't think of anything else, but like iMovie, Splice, little random
Windows
apps,
Movie Maker.
Windows Movie Maker, that all trains you to kind of understand how Premiere is now.
I just wish I wish I was born just like a little bit later, to where the technology was a little bit more advanced by the time I was 10 or 11.
I wish I was born like 10 years earlier.
Well, in certain instances, yes, but like I just feel like a kid today can be 8 years old and learn how to edit.
Yeah.
So by the time he's 18, you know how kids get really good at skateboarding because all they do is skateboard all day from the time they're fucking 5 until they're 20. Like the time to really master a skill is your childhood when you don't have responsibilities. As a fucking adult, you have to. It's too much shit.
You know what? Shout out to LBUSD randomly, because they had a really good education system. They had us in 2nd grade in a computer computer class where I learned how to type with the home keys and everything. So since I was 6 years old, right now I type super freaking fast. I would say
but that's like computer literacy. They didn't teach you like.
That is the foundation of everything. Knowing, being on the computer a bunch, playing those games. Oregon Trail. Did you guys play Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck you like that.
I was bad at it.
Always just doing all the random things in computer class. But yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, you're right. If you were born 5 or 10 years later, you probably would be super crazy. But like, yeah, no.
Well, obviously you need to be.
But there's another, like, you probably would have less discipline because you would be born into this. Your mom would probably hand you a fucking iPad as soon as you're born, and then she ruins you already.
Now your attention span is only 6 seconds.
Yeah. For life.
That's tough.
For life, for life.
Yeah, but maybe maybe there's a balance. I feel
you take a mental reset. You got to take ayahuasca in the Amazon.
I think there's
you know what I mean?
As a 12-year-old.
There's a lot of dialogue about overusing tech and it stressing you out. Like I think kids are more aware nowadays that I'm all fucked up in the head, and it's because
of self-image.
Yeah, I've been looking at my phone. Just like I think we all know to put the phone down and go. Like
I don't think kids
take
are
a walk.
That, man.
Well, I think adults are telling kids to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I mean, once they're not at
social
mommy's
media,
place,
right?
like I see how kids are. Like they're literally just walking, looking at their phones.
Yeah.
Like
but they're sponges, you know. Everything that they see is just being absorbed into their brain. That's why there's a lot of different things that they're trying to censor.
All I'm saying is that there's hella resources for the youngins if they wanna learn something and start to stunting. I've been going online. I got hella profiles, and yeah, it's been a while.
Yep.
I've been using it, getting dialed.
I don't even have a cell phone until I was 14.
Yep.
And I had to get that shit myself. Yeah, I was just a teen.
Ooh.
Man, that shit was mean, and it didn't even have internet. I couldn't look up how to cook or clean. I just I could dial and call things.
Yeah. Flip phone, Nokia. I had a brick of goddamn Motorola.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a flipper. I was in 5th grade with a chicka, and she was on my phone. I was saying I love you. Didn't even know what love was though. Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm sending texts on my Motorola Razor. Shout out to homie Razor. Yeah, I'm on the flip phone in my home eating macarons.
Guys
eating
ever played
macarons.
Snake on a Nokia?
Oh
Yeah, come
yeah,
on,
that
bro.
was I was always stealing my mom's phone to play Snake.
You ever
grocery
finished
store.
a full Snake? I don't think that's ever possible.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know. I didn't realize the strategy. What you're supposed to do is
I was
just
never allowed to play that.
go
long.
around the circumference. That's like literally how you're supposed to play. You just do the
Mhm.
circumference until you get the thing, and then you restart going
Yeah.
around the circumference. But I was never able to.
That was the strat.
Yeah.
We should call the episode Circumference.
Nah, I'm sure we'll call it red pilled poker.
Yeah,
Um,
red pill poker.
The last couple beats, Under the Influence by Lex Factor, Clouded by Honey Beats, Studio Poetry by Damon, Reggae Rap by Harold Beats, Tears by Lucas Quinn, and What's the Word by Butterwild. I think I might have missed Lately by Piper Beats.
Well, should we just get right into it? That young Patreon.
I want to just start hearing about
Yeah.
well, I guess
About the
let's
scandals.
let's do some plugs real quick, and then we'll jump into the Patreon.
Yeah, plug all your shit.
Where do you want people to follow? And I'll link a bunch of stuff in the,
sure.
in the links.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Thread right now at Bryan Knows the Truth. I'm gonna be posting some more stuff there at Red Pill Poker as well.
Bryan.
Yeah,
with
Bryan
a
with a
N?
Y. Yeah, Bryan knows KNOWS the THE Truth.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll have the
Bryan
link
Knows
below.
the Truth. Yeah, and that's where you can find me. You can find me on Instagram, Threads. I have Twitter burner accounts. You're not gonna find me on Twitter right now.
Yeah, and go follow.
Actually, yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I have a professional account. Bryan Plays Poker
And
at Twitter.
at Red Pill Poker Official on YouTube.
On YouTube, find me.
Look
I
him
have
up,
some
Red
shit
Pill
coming.
Poker. He's got 4 videos, but they look like they're high quality. He's got his thumbnail game down.
Follow him and follow us at bamfomania on everything, and like and subscribe to the YouTube and share this maybe, or do something, and go to the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Dawn with Bamfomania and subscribe. It's only $5.
There's about to be 3 OnlyFans models come to the set right now.
Yep,
Ooh.
it's on camera.
You don't
So
even know.
You heard
don't
it here.
even know. They're gonna be playing with their pussies the entire time we're talking, you guys.
Bobby discuss
Yep.
poker drama.
Yes, it's gonna be so arousing.
subscribe to the Patreon.
Yep.
And yeah, follow me if you want a video made at Bubba BUBBAWHYY. I'm very good at it. And follow my boy Sultan Satire if you want them good hot tunes he's been dropping lately. They're catchy. And
Hell
you
yeah.
know what?
Oh yeah,
You might catch something listening to him.
Shout out to Skeet Hansen.
Skeet Hansen. You like Skeet Hansen?
I love Skeet Hansen.
I'm a big fan of Skeet Hansen too. I like
he has
it.
a Patreon and Danny
Listen,
Mullen
we're not
on
promoting
Patreon.
other people's Patreons here.
Come on, dude,
Don't-
chill out.
Don't
Relax.
subscribe to Skeet Hansen's Patreon.
We'll
subscribe
promote
to
other.
ours.
We'll promote other Patreons on the Patreon.
All right, cut.
Or